Madeline Lucky Spin has finally shown up in Call of Dragons, and I'm going to tell you why you don't want to miss this one. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Phoenix, and today we are talking about Madeline. Yes, Madeline has finally arrived in the Lucky Spin in Call of Dragons, and she is an amazing hero that can be paired and utilized in many different ways. So let's take a look at what makes Madeline so special. All right, if we look at the skills that Madeline has, so the very first one, it grants her physical attack by 20% for 4 seconds and grants a shield that absorbs damage. This is amazing in the open field. When we pair Madeline with, let's say, a Garwood, we're going to get tons of healing. All right, we're going to have sustainability. It's going to take forever to take us down. Okay, granting that shield paired with Garwood's healing is going to make her an excellent choice for the open field. Let's look at her second skill, Glorious Bloodline. This is going to increase the Legion capacity by 15,000 and increases physical damage dealt by 10% in the field. Okay, again, this is an amazing skill to have. And yes, 15,000 troops doesn't seem like a lot, but this can be huge when we're talking about surviving in the open field when there is a giant war going on and you're putting her in the front line. This is going to give you the opportunity to have more troops, deal more damage, and push farther and farther into the territory that you need to move into. The next one is Steel Sentinel. So Madeline's Legion deals 15% more counter attack damage, and all infantry units gain 15% HP. Again, we're talking about the survivability, but now we're adding in that counter attack ability, and this one is really important. I really like this one because I think that her main pairing should be Nika. I think that Madeline Nika is an excellent pair. I think that putting them together gives Nika her counterattack ability and partners well with Madeline's, and you can really shred a lot of people in the open field. When you're getting swarmed and they're doing damage, you're dealing it right back to them. And I think this ability is, in my opinion, the best outside of the Rage skill. And then the last ability, when Blessed Blade's shield is broken, Madeline deals hero skill damage to up to 3 surrounding legions. Now, this one's great, and I do like this one. Again, it's more damage to people that are trying to swarm on top of you, and you'll be able to take a lot of that damage and just deal it right back. You'll definitely get quite a bit of merits, but the reason I don't like this one as much is that if you are using it with Garwood as more of a healing tank, you're not as worried about the damage dealing. So the HP bonus is really nice when you pair with Garwood. The counterattack damage is really nice when you partner with Nika. This is always going to be nice. Extra damage is always nice, but for me, I would prefer to have the extra counterattack damage. And then looking at the Sword of Sorlin, so after we awaken, we're going to deal that 3 surrounding legions the hero skill damage, but we're also going to gain resistance, reducing damage taken by 10%. That's really nice. Again, that survivability. When you're an infantry unit, your goal is to tank. You want to be able to hold aggro. You want to be able to be surrounded and let your DPS burn your enemy. There's so much versatility in just being alive. But this is what makes Madeline so great, is that she pairs so well with all the other infantry units, and you can utilize her in different ways, that I really truly think that she is one of the best heroes that you can get in this game, and definitely worth investing into the Lucky Spin when it comes to Madeline. So now that we've seen Madeline, let's go take a look at the talent trees and how they pair with those heroes we've already talked about. The Madeline talent tree has 3 different paths you can take. There's the infantry, the PvP, and the tank. And each one of them is great for partnering with someone different. For the majority of people, I would suggest the infantry talent tree. I think that it's a very strong talent tree, and I think that it pairs well with almost any build. If you're going to partner with Garwood and you want to do more of the behemoth raids and you want to be that main tank, or maybe you're going to be the center of all the attacks and you're going to be on the front. You could go down the tank tree and get a lot of defense, get a lot of health. But for the most part, I would highly suggest going down the infantry, especially if you're going to be partnering with Nika. Now, you could partner with Nika and go up the PvP tree. There are a lot of great rage skills in there, but I just really like the way the infantry tree builds through. Especially here we can gain a debuff that increases our attack by 4% for 3 seconds. And this can be triggered every 10%. I think this is great. You're going to want to deal some damage. You're going to want to be putting it back. You could gain the shelter whenever you cast rage skills, but I really do feel like Ferocious is a better talent to have in the open field, so that you still want to be able to deal some damage, be able to push through, and just having that little bit, it definitely helps. And then if we look at the top of the infantry tree, your Legion has an 8% chance to launch an extra counterattack when hit with a normal attack. I think that is amazing, especially when you're partnering with Nika. Okay, when Nika's your deputy, you're all about the counterattack. You want to keep counterattacking, and this is an awesome chance. 8% chance to launch an extra counterattack when you're hit with a normal attack. If you're in the front line, you're taking a lot of damage. You're definitely being targeted. If you have Tier 4, Tier 5 infantry, this can definitely do some major counter-attack damage. And partnered with Nika, you're going to be doing a lot of counterattack. You're going to see your merits go up tremendously. You're going to see your damage go up. But you still have that survivability as you move through the talent tree. Now, if you're looking to partner with Garwood and let's say you're tanking behemoths, or you just really want to survive the longest you can in battle, I would definitely go with the tank tree. Our top 2 choices here is receiving healing, and then the second one is taking 8% less normal attack damage when you're under 50%. I don't like them as much. I feel like they're, doing some healing is nice, don't get me wrong. But it's not as nice as being able to pack out more damage on the infantry side. But when you're doing behemoths, healing matters a lot, especially in long fights. A lot of mechanics, a lot of chances to take damage. It can be really beneficial to have that extra healing. The Hearts of Iron is nice if you're really worried about staying alive and not having to use your stamina in the battle, right? Because once you get under 50%, you're taking 8% less damage. You can stay out there longer. You can stay in the fight. You can still push with the other troops. That can be really nice. I just don't think that it is. I don't like conditional talents as much. We have to be under 50% to get this, but it can be nice. But there are going to be times when you're never below 50%. Maybe you're pushing through, and this is a complete wasted talent. I don't like wasted talents when we could get things that are actively, anytime we're attacked, we have that chance to do damage, right? Our middle skills here, we have the shelter when entering battle, 5% for 10 seconds. That's nice, but I like the ability to gain Furious more, right? Whenever you get a debuff effect, which most of the heroes, we're seeing mages, right? So you have Scorch, you have Velen who's doing defensive break, magic defense down. Like, there's so many debuffs that are going on the field. You're going to get an awesome chance to keep increasing your attack over and over again, right? Every 10 seconds, we can get this for 3 seconds. The other one over in the tank is the Unwilling Spirit. Now, this one's nice. I do like this one. Anytime you're hit with a normal attack, you have a 10% chance of getting tough, which reduces hero skill damage taken by 8%. There's a lot of Lilias going out on the battlefield right now, and Lilia does a ton of hero skill damage. So this is nice to be able to kind of take a little bit less of that hero skill damage. Kanara, Nico, I mean, there's a lot of hero skill damage. They're more in the normal attack, but you know, I do like Unyielding Spirit, especially on the tanking side of things. The PvP can be extremely nice too. This one, if you're not going to pair with Nika, I don't know if I would go down the PvP. This is nice to have, the luck of the draw. When your Legion launches a counterattack in the field, they have a 10% chance to reduce all damage taken by 1%. Up to 3% for 20 seconds. This can be nice. I do feel like you're going to be doing a lot of counterattacking with Nika, so you could potentially have, you know, this 3% reduced damage. But again, for me, I'm more about getting the counterattack than reducing the damage. I want to be a little less tanky, a little bit more in your face. I think that Madeline's skills give you the ability to shield and survive longer, to where we can reduce the amount of tankiness we have and put more into our counterattack. Armor of Valor is nice. Again, you can get up to 3% increased damage dealt. That's great, but I'm really not focused on the 1v1 battle we're doing. I want to get the counterattack. So I want to be able to push back. And then you got Breach Blade up at the top. When your Legion launches a normal attack in the field, they inflict defensive break. This is nice. I do like debuffs. It can definitely pair well if you're going with an aggressive attack strategy. So if you're coming up and instead of, you know, taking the defensive side and you wanted to take the extra damage, you know, adding a defensive break, and this is great for others too, right? If you're adding defensive break on legions in the battlefield, everyone is going to get to benefit that. So debuffs are always great on the battlefield. And our top talent over here with casting rage skills, we can get that vigor, increase their HP by 10%. I'm not a huge fan of this one either. I really just think that even with Nika, it's a better option to do those counterattacks and to push into the infantry tree. I definitely think that I will push infantry and then probably come back into this tree as well and get luck of the draw, just to get a little bit of damage with my Nika. Because we're going to be doing so many counterattacks, I think that we're going to get a chance to keep that 3% down. It also gets me a chance to gain some extra attack, which is nice. And I always love high spirits. I love generating rage. It's always a great option to generate rage. Even if you're going in this tank build, you know, it's tough because you can get the healing with the Garwood, and that's really nice, but generating rage is very, very important with legendary heroes. Their rage skills are usually amazing, and generating that rage is always going to help. You're going to get that shield. It's going to make you more tanky. It's definitely worth it to get that high spirits. So Madeline's Wheel, definitely worth it. If you have Nika, I would pair with Nika first. If you want that more tanky option, definitely go with Garwood. But that's going to be it for the video today. Have a great day, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.